Okay, here's my attempt at doing an air test and recording it at the same time on my Tesoro Vaquero. So what I've got is a selection of coins, both Canadian and American, and a few rings, and I've got the Vaquero on all metal, sensitivity at 10, and this is using the standard coil. So we're going to start with Canadian coins. So here I have a copper penny, 1968. A more modern copper penny, 2012. A Canadian nickel. Now let's go next with a more modern dime. Let's put that right about there. Let's go with an old silver dime. I would probably dig that about there. Now quarter. I would dig the quarter at about 9 inches. Now we'll go with a loonie. I'd place the loonie about there. And the toonie. I would probably not dig it much past there. Okay. Now, let's try some American coins. We'll start with a dime. I put that about the same. A copper penny. Put that about there. Zinc. Right about there. And here's a nickel from the 50s. I'll put that about there. And a quarter from 1965. I'll put that about there. Okay, now let's try some rings. I've got this doozy of a ring I found with the Compadre. Let's see where that comes in. Yeah, I would dig that around 9 inches. Now I've got a small lady's ring. Yeah, I would put that about there. And finally, a junk ring with a break in the back. And that's about there. I should mention that the Vaquero 9-volt battery that I have in here is kind of reaching the end of its life. So what I'm going to do is make another video with a fresh battery and see if it makes a difference. If it does, I'll post it. If it doesn't, then this one will suffice. Next, I will be doing a test with discrimination set up a little bit to see what kind of difference we get in depth. Okay, what I've done now is I've taken my Vaquero, I've turned the discrimination up to 5 cent. I'm running at sensitivity 10, and my threshold is around 2 o'clock. We're going to go through those same coins and see what kind of difference we get by using discrimination. Let's start out with a Canadian penny. This is a copper penny from 1968. I'll put that right about there. Here's a modern penny. Actually not zinc. I believe that these are just anodized steel. Oops, which I dropped. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. All right. I'll put that there. Canadian nickel. Oh, look at that. Gone. Let's go with the Canadian dime. And put that there. Let's go with a quarter. You know what, that's probably going to fall in around there too. Let's go with a silver Canadian penny, or dime. I'm going to put that right about there. Let's go with a loonie. Yeah, loonie is pretty loud and clear. About there. Now we'll go with the toonie. Put that right about there. Alright, now let's get into, we'll skip the American pennies. They're going to be about the same. Let's go with an American nickel. No, look at that. We are discriminated out just as we expected. Let's go with a quarter. I'm going to put that right there. And let's go with American dime. I'll put that right about there. Okay, now let's get on to the jewelry. We'll get our nice big gold ring. Yeah, I'm digging that at 7 inches. Close to 7 inches anyway. Smaller ladies with gold ring. There you go. Gone. I'm not digging any small gold rings this day using these settings. And the junk ring with the break in the back. No, it's gone. So there you have it. That's with discrimination. Actually, why don't we swing around my setup here, and if we can see that, I don't know if there's enough light, but kind of get an idea of my settings there. Okay, so next I'm going to get the Deleon, and we're going to see how this compares. I'm back. This time I have my new Tesoro Deleon. I'm going to do the same tests with my same rickety little setup I have here. And the Deleon is an all metal. So again, we're going to start with our Canadian coins. So let's start with our copper penny. Yeah, put that right up there. Let's go with our newer anodized steel Canadian penny. Yeah, that's pretty diggable right around there. Let's go with Canadian nickel. Yeah, about there. Let's go with a modern dime. Yeah, I'm going to say right short side of 8 inches. And let's try an older, oh no, we didn't try a quarter. Let's try a quarter. So we're right in the 8-inch neighborhood there. Okay, now we're going to take a silver dime. I would say I would dig that probably 7-inch area. Now, loonie. That's pretty repeatable, right around 9 inches. And a toonie. You know what? I think I would dig that right about there. Now onto our US coins. We've got the copper penny. Yeah, that's in that area there. The zinc. Yeah, somewhere right about there. What else we have here? We've got, oh, the US nickel. Yeah, I would say 8.5 or so. Let's go with US dime. Yeah, it's about the same as our dime, right in there. And the US quarter. You know, that's bringing on the high side of 8 inches. Okay, now let's go back to our jewelry. The big ring. Yeah, that's, I'm digging that at 9 inches. The small ladies ring. Yeah, we're going to put that between 7 and 8 inches. And last and least, our junky ring with the break in the back. Yeah, that's about all we're getting out of that. Okay, so there we have it. Now what I will do is make the next video, and that will be the Deleon with discrimination set up around nickel. Okay, here we go. So I'm back with the Deleon, set on discrimination, set up at 5 cents, and we're going to go through the same test again. And we'll start with that Canadian penny. That's loud and clear, a little over 6 inches. Let's go with the modern penny. Yeah, see, we're right a little bit less, right about there. Canadian nickel. Yeah, it's on the edge of discrimination. We're going to put that right there. Canadian dime. Easily digging it at 6 inches. Let's go with a quarter. Very loud right there. Let's go with a loonie. Yeah, I would say I'm digging that. A little over 6 inches. Let's go with the toonie. And that's coming in at 7 inches. Okay. Oh, let's not forget our older silver Canadian dime. Yeah, it's coming in nice. Right about there. Okay, quick test of some US coins. Same ones. We'll go with the copper penny. Yeah, it's the same as our pennies. You know, I'm going to skip the zinc. Let's go to the American nickel. Yeah, same thing. Right on the edge. Right on the edge. So let's go with the US dime. Same as ours. US quarter. That's pretty loud and clear. Right about there. Okay, on to the jewelry. The big honking 14 karat ring. Oops. That I dropped is, pardon me, I'm going to put that at the 6 inch. Not very good at making these movies, but can you do it with only 2 hands? The small ladies ring. And, oh, nah, that's essentially gone. And the junk ring I would expect. Oh, look at that. We get the junk ring we can find at 1 inch with that discrimination setting. So there you have it. That's the Deleon with discrimination set at 5 cents. And of course, you know, take an air test for what it is. It's in the house. It's, you know, snowy and cold outside. I'm not going to do this outside. Not in the middle of January, but now I'm going to do one more thing, which could prove kind of interesting. Is I've now done the air test with the Vaquero in all metal and with discrimination set at 5 cents. I've done it with the Deleon. I'm going to get my Compadre out, and let's repeat this with the Compadre. You might be surprised. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I'm back. I think we're at part 5 of this now. I've got the Compadre out. I've got the Compadre set at all metal. And let's see what kind of results we can get. Again, we'll start with the Canadian dime, or penny, sorry, copper penny. We'll put that a little under 6 inches, right about there. The modern Canadian penny. That's going to hit just a bit better, a little deeper. Let's go with the nickel, Canadian nickel. Between 6 and 7 inches. Canadian dime. A little under 6 inches. Let's go with the Canadian quarter. Put that around 7. I should mention this is the 8-inch coil on the Compadre. Now we're on to the loonie. I'm going to put that around there. And let's go with the toonie. That's pretty diggable. Right on 7 inches. Again, pardon my shaky camera work. Maybe I should have did this when the kids were home. They could have held the playbook for me, but then again, you wouldn't be able to hear anything with 3 kids running around. Here's a Canadian dime, a silver dime, I should mention. It's an older one. You know, back in the days of King George. Yeah, that's just shy of 6 inches. Alright, let's try a couple US coins by way of comparison. I think by now we're seeing some patterns here. I expect the penny to be about the same. Yeah, that's right about the same as ours. Oops. A little bit better. Let's go to an American nickel, since that seems to be what people like to find. Yeah, I'm hitting a nickel. I'm just a tad shy of 7 inches. And American quarter. I'm going to put that right on 6 inches. Okay. Now let's skip to the jewelry. Now, this ring I actually found with this detector. Actually, my daughter, 9-year-old daughter, was using it, and it's an awesome day. Yeah, that's coming in 7 inches easy. When we dug it up, it was about 5. Let's go with the ladies' ring, gold ring. So that's sounding loud and clear at 6 inches. And onto the junk toy ring. Now that's coming in at, I'd say 4, but if I squeeze it so that break joins, look at the difference. I can get 2 extra inches on it, but you can't squeeze it in the ground, so we're going to put it there. Okay, so that's the Compadre 8-inch coil on all metal. Not bad. Not bad when you think about what you pay for that machine versus the others. Now the final test is, let's turn the discrimination up to 5 cents on the Compadre, and let's see if we lose any depth compared to where we're at right now. So I will be back. Okay, my last test. I believe we're up to part 6 now. This is the Compadre 8-inch coil with discrimination set at 5 cents. We'll start out with our Canadian penny. We'll put that right about there. Start out with our modern Canadian penny. And I'm going to put that just slightly better. Let's go to our Canadian nickel. Yep. As we expected, gone. You know what, let's do the US nickel while we're at it. Yeah. Yeah, gone. Okay, let's get on to the Canadian dime. Coming in pretty solid. It's a tad bit under 6. Let's go to the Canadian quarter. I'm going to put that slightly above 6. What are we at here? I guess we are at the loonie. That's coming in solid right there. The toonie. The toonie's coming in pretty good, around 7. Let's try a couple US coins. I think with the penny we'll see it pretty much what we saw before, coming in right beside our Canadian pennies. We'll skip to, we did the nickel. Let's skip to, where are we at here? We're at the American dime. Put that there, about the same as our Canadian dime. Oh, we didn't do the old Canadian silver dime. So we'll do that. And that's falling in about the same as a clad dime. Where are we at? American quarter? Yeah, I'm going to put that right on the 6-inch mark. Okay, now let's go to the jewelry. The big 14 karat, courtesy of the Compadre. Yeah, it's coming in pretty strong, around 6. The ladies' ring, gold ring gone, and the junk ring with the split in the back. Well, we'll get a little bit in if I squeeze it together, but again, you can't do that. That's cheating. We're going to drop that right. We're going to drop that right there. Okay. So, if you've watched all of these videos, you'll see a difference from all metal to discrimination on everything pretty much except the Compadre. The Compadre, which in all metal was coming in around 6 inches in an air test, also with discrimination set at 5 cents, came in around 6 inches in an air test. All I can say about that is this is a phenomenal machine. When you think of what you pay for Compadre versus other machines, you might say, well, 6 inches isn't much. Yeah, again, this is an air test. I've dug deeper with this Compadre. On my front lawn, I've dug 8-inch coins. So I know that it will do better in soil. Again, moisture, everybody knows the story. I don't have to repeat it. However, everything being equal, the same EMIs in this house, the same everything else, yeah, the Compadre is pretty impressive for a one knob, what people consider entry-level detector. I don't consider it entry-level. I consider it probably more along the lines of this, a secret for those who know what they're doing and are interested in awesome results without having to spend a lot of money. The Compadre is impressive. This was not intended to be an endorsement for the Compadre. I was more or less making these videos to compare the Deleon's depth of the Vaquero. But at the end of the day, it's the Compadre ends up being pretty impressive once again. Okay, well, that's it. That's the end of the series. I apologize for the shaky camera work. I haven't made videos before. I'm doing this with one hand, and I'm dropping coins, and it's about as amateurish as it gets, but I think it makes the point. Thanks for watching.